so this 20-minute Pilates session, you'll need your pillow and possibly a block. And we're going to be working on the hip flexors and upper back extension, which will sort of fall in line with the shoulder mobility. So let's get on our backs. Have the pillow on standby. There we go. And let's just do a few pelvic tilts, just to switch the pelvic floor on and engage the core muscles. Okay, then keep that imprint position. Fold one knee into your chest. Try and stay in imprint and extend the other leg away from you. So we're just easing into those hip flexors. So try and make that underneath leg as long as possible and really feel that imprint. And also the higher you bring, the more you fold your knee in, the more you feel the stretch. Now obviously with some of us there's a little bit too much in the way, so you can bring the knee slightly more sideways. That's it. And now we're going to bring the second leg in. Make sure you imprint it and then extend the other leg out. So we now swap legs. Just pulling it in, lengthening the other leg away from you. Try and bring the folded knee a little bit further to the side if that works better for you. Okay, bring both knees back in. So usually people feel a little bit of a stretch on the hip flexors. Now we're going to take our pillow. So you have to play around with it. You can either use the pillow as it is, or you might want to fold it double. And you pop it underneath your bum, lower spine. Remember, the purpose of this is to push your pubic bone higher. I'm going to roll mine up like a foam roller, I think. This is where the pillow collection comes out. Okay, and that's it. Once you're there, fold both knees back in. Hold on to one and extend the other one away from you. Yeah, just remember, pillow is there to push your pubic bone up, so your lower back is safe. I'm just going to let the other leg hang out. So depending on your flexibility, the foot might be touching the floor or the heel or not. Mine is miles away, so I'm quite tight on the hip flexors. So we're just going to ease in there. So every time you exhale, really apply your zip up and hollow. As if you want to imprint your spine down to the floor. I know it's nowhere near to the floor, but we're going to go for the as if because you feel a better stretch. Okay, probably your long leg, the extended leg, is slightly bent, isn't it? So allow the leg to bend a little bit more until the heel touches the ground. And then fully straighten it. So think back of knee. That's it. And allow heel to touch the ground again. Relax. And fully straighten from the back of the knee. And we're going to do that twice more. Allow the knee to fold so the heel touches the ground. And fully extend. And last one, heel touches ground, fully extend. Okay, try the leg, try keeping it as fully extended as possible. We're now going to move the bottom leg from side to side like a windscreen wiper. That's it, just easing into that movement. If you remember where your hip flexors are, they are attached from the inner thigh and then they go all the way up to the end of your lower spine. So basically the height where your bottom rib starts. So we generally just think it's in front of the hips. They actually go all the way through. It's a really long muscle, one of them. And especially with sitting, they get very, very tight and lazy. Okay. Now what's happening with a long leg, usually it sort of wants to turn out. So keep it back in the middle and turn it as parallel as you can and let it roll back out. I almost feel like I've got no control over this. It doesn't want to go parallel. You might have more control, but you find how this sort of changes the way it stretches. Okay, and now pull that leg, the top leg, as far as you can and lengthen the other leg away from you. As if your big toe wants to touch the wall opposite you. And again, that changes the stretch, doesn't it? You've now got a much longer stretch. Zip up and hollow, keep the leg long, drill through the wall and then see whether the leg will lower a little bit more. And release. Swapping legs over. Remember, you might have to rearrange the pillow. So mine's good. There we go. And we're just going to ease into the stretch here. Folding the top leg in as much as you can. And at each exhalation, really zip up and hollow and imagine your lower spine imprinting into the ground. And release. Exhale, zip up, hollow. And release. Twice more. Exhale, zip up, hollow. Release. And exhale, zip up, hollow. Imprint, 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 imaginarily. And release. So imprint as much as possible. And then we're going to work on the long leg again. So don't move it anywhere. Just relax the knee so the heel comes to the ground. And then straighten from the back of the knee. So my thigh stays absolutely still. It's a knee flexion that I'm doing. That's it. And relax the knee. And extending from the back of the leg. And relax the knee. Extending from the back of the knee. So back of the knee is hyperextended, which is safe in this position because you're not weight bearing. And then zip up and hollow and see whether the leg goes lower down. Okay, windscreen wiper, moving the leg from side to side. Okay, and then keep the middle of the leg in the middle underneath you and see whether you can turn the leg in and out. As in, turn your leg out like a ballet dancer and then turn it in as if you're going knock-kneed. Not much movement there, isn't it? It's really quite hard. Okay, bring it as parallel as you can. Make your leg as long as you can. Big toe pointing towards the opposite wall. Zip up hollow and lengthen, 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 lengthen. The longest leg you've ever had. And then lower it down towards the ground. And release. Well done. Take pillow out. Okay. And we're going to work on our upper back extension now. So, again, you might just have the pillow singularly or folded. And you want to put the pillow roughly in line with your bra strap. Oh, you might have need to have your block handy on the other side for your head. We'll have to see. So, folding the pillow. Okay, so if you're really tight in the upper back, you might want to put your head on the block. If you're okay, you can take the block out. Or you might need something halfway in between. Again, this requires a fair amount of jiggling around, but it should be somewhat comfortable. There we go. Okay, so in this position you'll find that your lower spine is off the ground. Okay? So what we're trying to do is zip up and hollow and see how much of your lower spine you can get into the ground. And then release. So exhale, zip up, hollow, lower spine into the ground. And release. So just keep doing those. Make sure the knees are bent upwards. So I've got both soles of the feet on the ground. That's it, because otherwise imprinting is really hard. Okay, I've loosened up a bit, so I'm going to take my block out. Okay, so then we're going to stay in that imprinted position. Arms to the side. Turn your palms up. And then float your arms to the side, like you're on the cross. And then see how high up you can get your arms. And you find a stretch across your chest. And the upper back is also releasing, isn't it? So the nice thing about this, you don't really actually need to do anything. So I'm not sure how well you can see in the video, but my lower spine is imprinted. My upper back is an extension because I've got the pillow underneath. And then by bringing my arms to the side, it also stretches my deltoids and a little bit of the bicep. Now, if you want to have a bigger stretch, then you're going to float your arms up to the ceiling and then lower them up and over into a V shape. Oh yes, and you'll find your lower spine will want to arch again, so really hang on to that. And if you've got your arms up there, you can play around with different positions. So it could be palms up to the ceiling, it could be palms facing, have a wider V shape. Oh yeah, the wider one really works for me. That gets my chest and my lats and underneath the armpits. So just keep wafting those arms around and see what you need. And normally we don't do chest breathing, but if you find an area that's really tight, I quite like really breathing into the chest, so filling the lungs, and then exhaling. Because those areas will relax with it, okay? So let's do non-Pilates breathing. Yeah, interesting. One of my hands is now touching the ground, the other one isn't. So it just shows how much tighter I am on my left side. Just about touching now, but very tight. Okay, so just waft your arms around a few more times. Maybe for some people the fingers can stay on the floor. We're all very different there, but it's a really nice stretch. Well, A, for the chest and for the upper back. It's all connected, isn't it? So what I also quite like is bringing my arms above my head in a sort of prayer position. And then let them fold down towards the floor. That's very tight. That gets some, really unusual places in the back as well. And this one will help with the tricep stretch, because quite often when we do tricep stretch, it's the side here on the lats and serratus anterior that's quite restricted, so it doesn't allow you to get the arm into your triceps extension stretch. Right, that's 3 more nice breaths. And relax. Good. Right, to not get dizzy, turn yourself sideways to come back up. And we are going to do another upper back stretch, but this time we're going to be on our front. So maybe you want to watch this first before you join in. Again, you're going to fold your pillow in half. and you put it on your chest. Again, you have to play around with, especially the ladies, where it's going to go. Block is sort of there. Okay, I'd rather have my arms here. Feet parallel if you can. The head relaxed down. Now we see in this position, so I'm going to take my jumper off because we can see better then. Right, rearrange. Oh. So you basically make yourself bigger boobs. Okay, so in this position, my back is quite curved, isn't it? Which is not what we want. So we're just going to hang down and push the pubic bone into the ground. So all this comes off. I can wave through now there, okay? So no collapsing here, can't get through, everything's not working. Pubic bone down, and there should be a gap, okay? So we're just going to do that. So get yourself into position. And push the pubic bone down and make that hollow. Okay, so once we've got that, so push pubic down, bone down, hollow there, then you're going to extend your head and come up, sort of like cobra. Now normally you need to put a lot of weight on your hands here, but as your chest is supported, I don't have much weight on my hands actually, and I'm just working my upper back snazzily. Okay? Make sure that your elbows are sort of in line with your shoulders. I think some of you have got the arms too far forward. So it's almost like a snake rippling up. So head extends and we're coming up. And lower. Pubic bone down, create space, shoulders down, and lengthening. Okay, we do two more. Pubic bone down, shoulders down, lengthen the head. Looking good. Last one, pubic bone, shoulders down, lengthen. Okay, relax back down. Now I've got my block in front of me, so what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to put both hands on the block. Relax my head back down and tuck under. And this is interesting, when I tried this out earlier on, it was stretching loads. Now that I've already warmed up my lower back, it's not doing an awful lot. So I'm going to turn my block the other way around, so I've got a higher block. So play around with your block positions. And then we do the same thing. So pubic bone down, tummy in, shoulders down, push down into the block and come up. Oh yeah, now it's working. And relaxing back down. See whether you can keep the elbows nice and straight. So pubic bone down, shoulders down, push down into the block and lengthen. Now that might be enough for most of you, but if you want some more, once you're up there, see whether you can reach one arm a little bit higher. Oh, my tummy blocked right back out there. That's really hard. Or you could lift your arm to the side. That's also hard. Yes, it's really quite the danger here that you lose your core control. So you might be better off just not doing the arms. Let's have 3 more. Whichever one you choose. Also helps to really lengthen your legs again. So remember what we did for the hip flexor stretch. Really nice long legs. Okay, last one. Let's make this one harder. Can we put our legs together? Parallel. And I'm a lot more arched, so this is harder. So imprint, tummy off, shoulders, and oh, this is much harder with the legs together. Okay. Excellent. And relax. And now comes the best bit. You're going to take your pillow, give it a bit of a pet. Now that's really important. And then have a little snooze. There you go, just relaxing. So if you want, you can stay on the floor now, have a little 5-minute nap. And if not, then just get up and get on with your normal, whatever you're doing. Good, well done.